me, even as I also am of Christ.
Okay.
Now, I praise you, brother, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you.
So Paul says here, listen, I'm doing what Christ is doing because Christ is the one who called me.
That's right.
Right? So wouldn't it make sense that Paul's ministry will look a lot like Christ?
Absolutely.
So if Paul was saying that the law is done away with and Christ is saying that the law wasn't done away with, those are two totally different doctrines.
That's right.
Right? See, Paul is the central avenue used by modern Christianity to give the idea that that we are no longer required to keep the law. He is also used by other religious factions to try to prove that the Bible is a contradiction and confusion. So Muslims use this.
Right.
People in Hinduism use this.
Right.
Other denominations of Christianity do this. They're like, well, look at that and look at how it contradicts. Right? They use Paul, they try to pit Paul and Christ against each other the same way that the Pharisees try to pit Moses and Christ against each other.
That's right.
Right? Mm-hmm. But this one passage here shows that Paul himself kept the law and taught others to keep the law. Why? Because Christ did that.
Right.
Christ kept the law, and he taught Moses, and he taught Paul and his disciples to keep the law.
That's right.
So by saying this, Paul makes it clear that, hey, by me following Christ, I'm doing what Christ is doing.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
But a couple of questions rise when we're examining who Christ is and what he's about.
Mm-hmm.
Was Paul a rogue Israelite? Was Paul bringing a different doctrine than what Christ and the disciples were bringing?
Wow.
Knowing all of this concerning Christ and what Christ believed, was Paul against Christ? Was he a rogue Israelite? We are going to answer these, among other questions, in the upcoming lessons in the series of Understanding Paul.